Welcome into the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to another SR51MEDIA podcast. Hopefully you're having a good day today. If you're not, hopefully it turns around for you. So, let's start from the top with the chat. I want to address everybody that's here. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for attending the stream. I know it's late at night. I know you probably are asleep. I know you probably are asleep or you're probably getting ready to go to sleep. It's a late night stream. We're going to go for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then I'm going to get everybody out of here so they can enjoy the rest of their night watching football games. CJ said, how many likes do I need to drop a Galaxy? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you that right off the bat. I can't see the gifts from my side. Nola Nation. Shout out to my moderator, Nola Nation. Be sure to go over to his channel, sub up, great content creator as well. How's that night going for you, Nola Nation? Yo! CJ. Shout out to my moderator, CJ. Be sure to go over to his channel, sub up, great content creator as well. Thank you for attending the stream, CJ and Nola Nation. King Q. Shout out to my moderator, King Q. Be sure to go over to his channel, sub up, great content creator as well. Yo! Late night time. Ben7. Be sure to go over to Ben7's channel, sub up, great content creator over there as well. How's that night going for you, Ben7? Let's see here. No audio. Yeah, it was muted for a while, CJ. Mods assemble stream. King Q, we're doing a podcast real quick. Yes, RDX, you are early. I'm going to be in here for about an hour. I'm going to have the Ravens playing the Chiefs in the background, so we got something to watch, for everybody. That way you don't have to just stare directly at me and not have something to watch, Yo, I made it to the late night stream. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, that boy. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up. Let's see here. How many likes do I need to drop? I can't tell you how many likes you need to drop a Galaxy. Let's see. That Clemson game had me mad. Bro, I'm still watching the daggone Hawaii Rainbow game, the Warriors game. I just put it on pause because I was like, if I don't come in here now, it's going to be like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, RDX, you're on the list. That it was one of those things where they've been around longer than you have. Like most of the mods you're seeing have been around longer than you have. So didn't Bama cook? Yeah, Bama cooked. I'll give you that. Bama was cooking today. Bama was cooking today. I'll give you that one. So here's the thing, right? I'm not gonna be one of those people that. Hold on, let's come on over to the stream so I can see what's going on over here. So I'm not one of those people that. Oh, let me get the game started first. That way we can have a game going in the background. Okay, the Ravens are 91. No, I'm not gonna tell any scores from college football because I didn't even finish watching all the games. I haven't finished watching the Wise game yet. The Ravens are 91. The Chiefs are 92. They both have X factors. One has Derrick Henry. The other has Isaac Pacheco, and they have Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. I thought it'd be a good kind of stream to have in the background because they're gonna light every time you put these teams on a game against each other. They light it up. And then let's put it on 15 minutes. It's the middle of the night, so let's go with an 8:15 game because it would be ending around 11 o'clock in the morning type thing. And then they're gonna do it at the Ravens Stadium. Yeah, that's cool. Weather can be clear. Weather can be clear. Let's get that started up. Okay, Oregon is not winning the chip. Hey, I want my Hawaii Rainbow Warriors to win the chip, but I don't think that's going to happen this year, Dabo didn't know what he was doing today. I didn't watch the game yet. That's why I'm not spoiling anything for anybody. All right, so let me show you my new purchase, right? And I'll explain how we got to this point. I just purchased this. My wife and me went in on a purchase of this. This is a Steam Deck. Okay, so how did I get to a Steam Deck? How did we get to a point where, how does a 17-year-old in college cooking a 19-year-old and 18? All I know is that 17-year-old boy was a bad boy when I saw that title. So the thing about it is, how did I get to a Steam Deck? Now, first of all, just to let you know, if you can't stay the whole stream, that's okay. I am recording this. It will be uploaded to YouTube tonight, and it will be made available to the website soon as it becomes available, right? So you might be wondering, well, how did you get to a Steam Deck with all the stuff you have? So, story time. Basically, earlier today, me and my wife were out enjoying the mall, And I'm one of those type of people where when I go to the mall, I go past the stores I like. You know, I'm not saying we don't go to the stores she likes as well, because we do both enjoy GameStop because she has her Nintendo Switch, I have my Nintendo Switch OLED, and sometimes we'll go in there to see, you know, some of the figurines they got, and you know, test out the new games and stuff like that. Test out the games and stuff like that that basically they have in there, right? So one day I went in and I saw the Steam Deck, but I didn't get to play it. I put my hands on it, and the first thing I noticed was, I was like, wow, this thing is, you know, CJ, thank you for that Galaxy. Thank you for that Galaxy. Thank you for helping the SR51MEDIA channel grow. You are greatly appreciated, man. Thank you for that support. Thank you for that support. I greatly appreciate that, CJ. Thank you for that support, man. Thank you for helping the SR51MEDIA channel grow. You are always greatly appreciated. Thank you for the support, man. So what happened was, I go into the store and I put my hands on the Steam Deck, and the first thing I realize is it's kind of more beefier than my Nintendo Switch, right? So I'm like, CJ, thank you for them gifts. Thank you for them gifts. Thank you for helping SR51MEDIA channel grow. You are greatly appreciated. Thank you for being a value member of the 51 Dynasties community and a moderator. So the thing about it was, I was like, okay, I started doing a little research, like, setting aside from Madden, I was like, well, how did the games get released, you know? And it kind of put me in a position where I recognized that, to be honest, right, with my PlayStation 5, I was not playing it, you know? What happened was, I wasn't even in a market to buy, and excuse my area, I'm going to explain why things are shuffled around, because I'm going to be doing some redecorating before tomorrow's stream. So yeah, the thing of it was, I'm in the store, and I just asked I love asking questions. You know, I've asked. He said, "Let me hold 678." Thank you for the support, CJ. Welcome back to being a full member of the 51 Dynasties community, man. Thank you for subbing up to the channel. Welcome back to being a full member of the 51 Dynasties community. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for your support, man. It's always appreciated. So yeah, the thing of it was, hold on one second. We ain't hanging up right now. Give me 1 second. One quick second. So what happened was, I'm in the GameStop, right? And I asked the dude, the last time I came in GameStop, I asked him, I said, yeah, what's up with this Nintendo Switch being $500? How much is it going to cost to put down? Because if the system is basically $500, how much am I going to need to put down, right? And he said, maybe, you know, like $100 to $200, right? So I'm like, okay, that's probably like $300, right? So if it's $300, what I ended up saying was, all right, cool. I don't have a problem with a Nintendo Switch being $500 because I don't know if I put it out on the podcast, but they're talking about the last 5 Assassin's Creed. Nola Nation, thank you for them likes. Thank you for them likes. They're talking about the last 5 the last 5 Assassin's Creed games are supposed to be on the Nintendo Switch. So that means Mirage, I think it's Mirage, Odyssey, Origins, Syndicate, Valhalla, and Shadows. All are supposed to be on the Switch, right? And then Call of Duty's supposed to be coming over. So I'm like, okay, you know, the Switch has done enough for me to say, okay, I'll buy the next one. But, you know, and then when I look at Xbox, I'm like, let's be honest, these dudes got the biggest deals in town. You know, like, prime example with the PC game thing. I have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, right? So what that does is it gives me the ability to not only stream like while I'm in the house, it gives me the ability to stream my whole system when I'm in the streets, right? So I've been doing a lot of traveling, not really, some outside, me and my wife do a lot of traveling, sometimes outside the state, sometimes out of the coast. You know, we go to Hawaii sometimes. I have family in Philadelphia that I visit. We have family in Carolina that we visit. You know, when we do these things, you guys will know because I'm probably going to be doing IRLs then. I kind of thought about that today, like instead of trying to make a stream out of like a video game, you know, because a lot of people that aren't streamers don't understand how hard it is to carry an Xbox Series X through security. Like, If you've ever done it, if you've ever carried a console like an actual PlayStation 5 or Xbox through TSA, then you know that joint suck. You know, because of the fact that you got to take it out the bag, you got to put it in the tray, then you got to put. The wild part about it is you got to put each console in its own tray, and then you got to like slide it through, and you got to put it back in the bag, and you got to do it all fast because people are trying to get their luggage and stuff. It's a whole mess, you know. So I really didn't want to like not stream while I'm on vacation, you know, but I also didn't want to put myself in a position where it's a problem to carry it. And also, a lot of times signals aren't that strong to support a system. Like when I'm streaming from my cousin's house, she has Xfinity, right? So all I'm doing is connecting to her internet, not wired, but wirelessly. And as you see, the system runs well, right? So the thing about it is, I'm like, you know, to be honest, I looked at my PlayStation 5 every day when I was playing my Xbox, like, I'm going to turn it on. And let me say this from the rip, okay? I have no problem with PlayStation, okay? This is not one of those things where I'm like, okay, you know, that PlayStation, you will never catch me saying, like, PlayStation sucks or they're not a good brand or something like that. It wasn't for me. You see what I'm saying? I feel like when I went back to play the God of War games that I played when I was younger, the first thing I noticed was I couldn't stream it, you know, because I don't know if you've played the God of War games, but there is nudity in the game. And you can't stream nudity. You know, it's just like putting up a naked woman online. You know, you can't do that. You can catch strikes for that type of stuff. And I've worked too hard to build up our community to do something stupid and get it stricken, right? So the next thing that happened was I won my Superstar game 27-38. That would probably be my last game, so I'm glad. So I'm going to bed. I'm tired. All right, Ben 7, have a good rest of your night, man. Stay blessed, stay safe. I'll see you in the next stream, man. Have a good rest of your night. So the thing about it was, I'm in the store, and I asked the dude, I said, let me ask you a question. You know, does the Steam Deck come with insurance? Right? 1 second. I said, does the Steam Deck come with insurance? And he goes, yeah, it comes with insurance. What kind of insurance you looking for? I'm like, how much insurance do I get if I just buy the system, right? And he's like, oh, no, CJ going wild. Hold on now. CJ going wild in the chat. Let's take a minute. Get that man. I can't get you a round of applause, CJ. It's late at night. I can't use my sound effects, but my man, thank you for that. Thank you. You don't know how much I greatly appreciate those gifts in that galaxy. Thank you so much for that, CJ. You are greatly appreciated. Thank you for being a valued member of the 51 Dynasties community, and thank you for helping the community grow. You are greatly appreciated, man. Thank you for that support. So yeah, the thing about it was I'm in the store, right? And basically what happens is the guy, I asked him, I was like, you know, what kind of insurance comes with this you know, Steam Deck thing? Because nothing against the Rogue Ally, but what I did was oh, did CJ drop another? CJ, thank you for that galaxy. Thank you for that galaxy. Thank you for helping that SR51MEDIA channel grow. You were good. Get that man another round of applause. Get that man another round of applause. Thank you for that support, man. Thank you for that support. I greatly appreciate it. Best believe it's all going to games. All of it is going to be put back into games and streams. Best believe I'm going to go out and buy HDMI tomorrow. You know, I might need a charger. I might need another charger for my computer. Go get it tomorrow. That way we can keep doing these streams, you know. Thank you for the support, CJ. You are greatly appreciated. Thank you for being one of the most valued members of the 51 Dynasties community. And a mod. So the thing of it was, right, what happened was basically I asked the dude, I'm like, yeah, so it's greatly appreciated, CJ. You don't know, man. It's greatly appreciated. Something like that is going to help me move the brand forward and do more things for the brand. Gifts always help. Diamonds always help. Thank you for the support, man. It's greatly appreciated. And thank you for subbing up again. I greatly appreciate it, man. It all goes back into the community, and I'm glad you're donating to help us grow. You know, you're a part of the community and one of the best parts of the community as well as all the mods, you know. You guys keep it flowing, And you guys keep it rolling in here. I got the best mods in the business, the best community in the business. If it was earlier in the afternoon, I would trigger the applause, but it's on my end, it's 12 o'clock at night, and I don't want to get a noise complaint, windows open and stuff like that. So basically, I'll keep it tomorrow. So yeah, I'm in the GameStop, right? Hold on one second. Wheels 9. Welcome to 51 Dynasties community. Welcome to one of the best online communities available today, where you are appreciated. Thank you for your support, and welcome into the group. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Hey, yo, thank you for them likes. Thank you for them likes. So, yeah, I asked the guy, right, at GameStop. Now, keep in mind, it's about 7:20, right? When my hand to God, it's at 12 o'clock now. All this just happened 3 or 4 hours ago, right? So, I'm in the GameStop, and I asked the guy, I'm like, yeah, how much insurance comes with a Switch? How much insurance comes with a Steam Deck when you buy it, right? Name an NFL player, Jalen Carter. I said, how much insurance comes with a Steam Deck, right? And he was like 7 days. And I'm like, 7 days as in like 7 days that you get like purchased? Or like that's just the base number of... That's just the base number. CJ, thank you for the gifts once again. Thank you for them gifts. Thank you for them gifts. I greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. Thank you for going wild in the chat and supporting the SR51MEDIA brand and the 51 Dynasties. Thank you for the support. It will be rolled back into the community, especially rolled back into the community. Thank you for the support, CJ. Thank you for being a valued member of the 51 Dynasties community. I got them all. I got pictures of them all. We're going to remember this day. Thank you for the support, CJ. It's greatly appreciated, man. I couldn't thank you even more. So I know I saw that too. So the thing of it was, right, explaining it to you, right, because I couldn't wait to get home to get the camera fired up to tell everybody about this, right? So the thing about it was, I told the guy, I said, how much do you get insurance-wise on this system? And he said 7 days. And I was like, 7 days? He was like, that's if you don't pay for anything. Now, I have watched videos of the Rogue Ally, because I know a lot of people will say, why didn't you get the Rogue Ally? The reason why I'm going to tell you the real reason why I eliminated the Rogue Ally right off the bat. It's a great system, right? But I feel like the Rogue Ally is more PC than it is a game console. Like Steam is an actual platform where games go to it. Like you notice God of War came on Steam, Assassin's Creed comes on Steam, like Madden comes on Steam, NBA 2K, so it's one of those things where I feel like with the Rogue Ally, it's one of those things where it's a computer trying to access video games, whereas Steam's OS is built into this platform, so I can always buy games from that platform. I didn't want to buy a handheld and then be in a situation where I had to kind of like, fix it, because I don't have a Windows PC. And I did the research to find out before I bought my Steam Deck, do I need a PC? And they're like, no, so I'm like, all right, cool, right? So, and there's a wild story about this, because I bumped into a Rogue Ally member while I was getting my Steam Deck, right? So I'm talking to the dude, and I said, well, how much insurance comes if you buy it, right? And he said, you can get 2 years or a year. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get the 2 year, right? So he was like, all right, you would be looking at a total of like 3 something, right? So I'm standing there for a minute, and then my wife, she basically told me, she was like, to be honest, you don't play your PlayStation like that. You're an Xbox person. You're not a PlayStation guy. You're an Xbox, Nintendo kind of dude. It's one of those things where I had to look at it. I was like, she's kind of right. I turned it on. I played for a little bit. It was fun. Nothing against it. It was fun owning it for a while. But I didn't find myself, it was kind of hard to manage 2 home consoles. It's something different having 2 mobiles, because you can just choose which one you want to play while you're out in the streets. But when you got like 2 home consoles, it's like, okay, which one do I turn on? And with PlayStation, a lot of their games that's going to be hitters are coming, we don't know, Now, that's not a jab at them, okay, because Xbox need to get it together too. But when it comes to PlayStation, some of the games I was looking forward to actually want to have the system, like Venom, X-Men, Wolverine, stuff like that, there's no actual, date of when it's coming out. And if don't get me wrong, if it does come to PlayStation, I have a feeling that it's coming to PC as well. I don't see Marvel, like you see how Spider-Man is able to be bought on, I think, Steam. I could be wrong. Matter of fact, I have my phone right now. I can look it up so that way I can answer the question. Is Spider-Man 2 available on Steam? Okay, hold on one second. Let me see. Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is available on Steam. Okay, so if Spider-Man 2 is on Steam, 9 times out of 10, what that means, it may not be the same day, but what that means is 9 times out of 10, Venom's going to be on Steam, and Venom's going to be on Steam, and Wolverine's going to be on Steam, and X-Men is going to be on Steam. They're already talking about Indiana Jones is going to be on PlayStation 5, so that's probably coming to Steam. You know, it was one of those things where, like, as soon as I turned my mind into maybe wanting to buy it, I saw all the benefits, right? Now, of course, I wasn't going to trade in my Xbox because I have so much built into my Xbox. You know, my gamer achievement scores, my records, stuff like that, right? So he said with the Steam Deck, he said, well, if you don't play your PlayStation that much and you bring that in, you could probably get it for free. And I'm like, what? Like, when you tell me I got to pay $500 and then you tell me if I go home and get my system, I ain't got to pay nothing, I'm like, bruh, I might got to roll with that, right? So I get in the car, me and my wife get in the car. We're not even out the parking lot. And I said, want to go home and grab the system and come back? Right? Because we was in a different city. I live in Washington, and we went to a GameStop. Now, I'm going to tell you something wild, too. I went to the GameStop further. I'm not going to say what city I'm in, but I went to the GameStop that was a little bit further than my city, right? And shout out to GameStop. I have yet to walk into a GameStop, and like at one point I thought I wanted to work at a GameStop, but I don't think I can be like these guys. These guys are patient. I shout out to all the GameStops that I've been to in my area. They're patient. They have good customer service. They'll answer your questions. They'll find deals for you when you're, you know, basically trying to make a purchase of a console or a game. They're not trying to screw you over. You know, like when I'm buying a Steam Deck, I was gonna get the 2-year insurance because this is what happened, right? I was like, all right, I'm gonna go home and grip my PS5 and come back and just give them that joint. My hand to God, while I'm standing at the counter, I told him, I was like, bro, there's nothing wrong with this system. Like, I'm not even trying to burn you. Like, the sticks were barely used. Like, whoever gets this joint got, like, I know they're gonna charge like top dollar for this PS5. You know, because the only thing that was on that PS5, and it's not because like my room is dirty, but in Washington there's a lot of pollen, right? One second. In Washington there's a lot of pollen, right? So pollen, if you don't know, is the little flurries off the trees that create dust on your shelves and windowsill and stuff like that, right? So it flies over to my desk, and I'm standing there about to trade it in, and I had to like wipe the dust off this joint, you know, because it wasn't like it was an old stuck in the shelf somewhere, but it wasn't really being played every day, right? And it sunk into me even more that I wasn't really playing it, so I was okay with the purchase, right? Now, when I was at the original GameStop that I was talking to, the guy goes, yeah, we're going to have to order it for you, and then, you know, it's going to come to your house. As you can see, right, as I hold it up, I found one, right? And the one that I found was at a different GameStop that I went to. Shout out to the GameStop near me. When I went into the store, I brought my PS5. I wasn't trying to burn them. You know, I brought my PS5. I brought the controller. I brought the power cable, and I brought an HDMI, right? They had this whole process turned around in about 20, 30 minutes. I'm standing there flipping through a Game Informer. I got halfway through that, and then he was basically done, right? Now comes the decision on what kind of insurance you want. So I didn't opt for the 2-year insurance because 9 times out of 10, what I'm going to do is, 9 times out of 10, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to upgrade to a bigger. Oh, look at that pick. That pick is crazy. Is he going to go for 6? Oh, Pat ain't catching him. Oh, my God. You let yourself be captured by Pat? That's crazy. Who was it? Marlon Humphrey. I am not surprised. So, do I have enough water? Hold on. Yeah. So, what happened was, I'm standing there, and he said, I told him, I was like, yeah, the store had told me that, you guys don't have any in stock, and I'm gonna have it ordered to my house. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't want it to be ordered to my house because I wanted to play it tonight. I'm one of those type of people where when you make a purchase, especially in a video game world, I want it right then and there. I don't want it 2 and 3 days later. And to be honest, too, nothing against Amazon and UPS and FedEx and the Postal Service, but sometimes they can sit packages at the wrong door. And I speak as a person that knows the in and outs of Amazon and the fact that I understand that it's not easy, but sometimes people don't check the building locations and they put it in wrong buildings. And I know if somebody was to sit a $400 or $500 Steam Deck on somebody's front porch, they not about to call the person and say, hey, this ain't mine, especially seeing as how it hasn't been set up. So a person could just open their door, pick up the Steam Deck, bring it in their house, and run it as if they bought it, and then the person that delivered it's not going to admit to it because they could lose their job. So when I went in the store, I was expecting all this and was just okay with it because I really wanted the Steam Deck. He comes out the back with this box. Let me show you the box. This one right here, right? He comes out the back with this. So I'm sitting there now. While he's ringing it up, this guy, shout out to this guy in GameStop, regular dude. He was like, "Did you buy the OLED one?" I said, "Nah, I just bought the 256 gigabyte." He said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a terabyte hard drive, and then probably a year or so from now, after I get, after I get my Nintendo Switch, the new one, because I plan on getting a new Nintendo Switch for me and one for my wife, right? Because we play Nintendo." And I said, after that cools down, maybe sometime around Black Friday, I'm gonna come into Black Friday of next year. I might come into GameStop and upgrade my Steam Deck to a higher memory or something like that, right? But at the same time, I recognize that it wouldn't be smart to come home and have a Nintendo Switch, an Xbox, a PlayStation, and a Steam Deck, and the backbone. Something has to go. And, I chose the PlayStation. And the reason why, just as a word of advice, sketches have leaked of the PS5 Pro. So what that means is, if you are messing around in GameStop, what that means is the purchase trade-in price for PlayStation is going to drop in the next couple months. So if the PlayStation Pro gets revealed before Christmas, as it seems like it is, what that means is I think I got almost $400 for my PlayStation 5, and I know it's a $500 or $600 console, so it's already depleted by I want to say somewhere around $200 since it's been out, right? So when the PlayStation 5 Pro comes out, it's going to drop another $100. Now, don't get me wrong. You can do this method with Xbox. You could do this method with Nintendo. It's not one of those things where it's you have to get rid of PlayStation. What me and the guy was able to see eye to eye was, we was yeah, man, you don't always be home. That's the first thing that people that own Nintendo Switches and Steam Decks and stuff and Rogue Allies say. We're not always home, right? So when you're not always home, when there was no ability, because let's be honest, I'm going to call it the way it is. I have no problem telling you, I'm a 37 now, 37-year-old man, happily married, living in Washington. But let me tell you like this. When I was a young boy, and not even the 80s, okay, I'm talking mid-90s, you was a nerd. You was a nerd if you read anime and comic books, and you played video games in the house. People used to say, well, you'll never go anywhere playing video games. Or I hear the famous line, I grew up and stopped playing video games and all that, right? Now look at everybody. You got senior citizens playing Call of Duty and GTA and IRLs and doing IRLs and podcasts and stuff like that. And it's a great thing. The more people that come into gaming, the more it will last. You see what I'm saying? We want it to grow. We want people to come in and find games that they like. People don't understand. The more people that buy your platform or buy your game, the longer it will be around. Don't get me wrong. The reason why, not going into Xbox, but the reason why they were able to make them purchases is because of all the money we put into it. Like, they just collected all the money that they had from 360 all the way into Xbox Series X, and that's how they bought PlayStation. That's how they bought Amazon. That's how they bought Call of Duty, right? Now, I'm not, just because I don't own my PlayStation anymore doesn't mean I'm going to start, like, hating on PlayStation. Like, this isn't going to be one of those things where it's like, okay, you sold your system, so now you're like, it's bad. No, I think Venom's going to be a great game. I'm going to buy it on my Steam Deck. You know, I think I may even, to be honest, I may buy the old God of Wars. What else? Some of the games I'm looking for is, like, I want to see how Madden runs. That's the first game, of course, as you can see, that I want to see how that runs. Being honest, there was this screen that popped up. I'm going to check again. I don't know if my charger, it's either in the settings. Yeah. It's not actually, because I don't want to do anything until the live is over, because I don't want to like try to mess with it too fast without being able to pull up a video and stuff like that. But there was a message that popped up that said that the charger was too low or something like that. Let us see the screen. Oh, so hold on, I can make sure I ain't displaying none of my personal information. Yeah, so this is the screen, right? If you can see it, this is the screen, right? So I have a Steam account now, which I will be like making public, right? I'm not gonna, if you want to friend me on Steam to see what games I bought, or, you know, dang, that's Travis Kelce right there. My God, he just broke like 3 tackles. Jesus. I'm not, one thing I can promise you is, like I was saying, I'm not going to start to rag on PlayStation because I own a Steam Deck, okay? That's not how I roll. That's not how the SR51MEDIA brand was built. And just because I don't like something, just because I don't own something doesn't mean I don't like it. Now, in my opinion, right, and I'm just going off of where Xbox is coming from, in my opinion, right, they're going mobile. You know, that Xbox Cloud beta thing, it's been in beta for a long period of time, but eventually it's going to come out where it's normal, you know. And to be honest, as an Xbox person, as a person that's sitting in front of an X, I don't know if I'm buying an Xbox. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to play Xbox, but I don't know, if you offer me the option to buy a Fire Stick and put it in my TV and get the same graphics and the same games that I get from owning an X. I told my wife on the ride home from GameStop, I said, you know what's wild? This might be the end of me in consoles. Because Nintendo, even though it's considered a console, it's really a portable device. The Steam Deck, even though it may be considered a console, it's really a handheld, right? Xbox is the last one standing. So my thing is, and you know, another reason that put me in a position to say, hey, I'm going to get the Steam Deck is because we've already been told that a new Switch is coming out in March. Now, you know, I'm going to tell you one thing that's a little annoying that I've been seeing. Sorry, content creators, fellow content creators, but I have to get this out, okay? Hold on one second. My computer wasn't plugged in. Sorry, content creators, but this is something that I got to get out that I noticed that's a little bit annoying. Every single day. Hold on one second. Every single day, somebody puts out a video about the Nintendo Switch 2. And then you go to the video, and the information they got is guessing. Oh, this person put a smiley face on their profile when they were asked about the Nintendo Switch 2. I think it's coming, guys, next week. Then the video comes, next week goes past. Well, this person put a comment next to this person's comment. I think it's coming next month. It's kind of like guesswork, right? Myself personally, if I had to be honest, given SR51MEDIA's opinion on it, I don't see a Nintendo Switch launching before Christmas. Now, I could be wrong, right? But they've already told you at their next conference that they're not revealing the system. They're not talking about the system. It's to show the museum for Nintendo, right? So the thing about it is, what that means is basically, Think about it. If you ran a business, let's say you were the head of Nintendo, right? Put yourself in their position. You're the head of Nintendo, right? People love your console. There's almost, what is it, like 200 million people playing Switches right now, right? You're 3 months away from Christmas. If you bring out a Nintendo Switch, even if you don't let it be sold, if you show a Nintendo Switch 2, half of that market guaranteed is not going to buy anything that has to do with that console anymore. They're not going to buy games. They're not going to buy accessories. They're going to buy PlayStations and Xboxes, because PlayStation and Xbox is not upgrading. Nintendo is. See, me, I'm already ready, not right now because obviously I just bought my Steam Deck. I'll be ready for the Nintendo Switch 2 probably, I want to say, as long as it doesn't drop like in the first 2 weeks of September. If they wait till at least middle of October, around time of my birthday, I should have enough up to put down on it, because it gives me a couple weeks, to build up to it and stuff like that, especially with it being $500. So, it's one of those things where I looked at it like, okay, you got the Switch, right? And then with PlayStation, one of, like, prime example, I had, because don't get me wrong, there's things I'm working on in the background for the brand that I can't really talk about right now, mainly because of the fact that it involves, it mainly involves myself and other entities, that are not fully ready to expose what we're doing, but we are, how people say, we in the lab, they in the stew, I'm in the kitchen, like we got some good things going on. We cooking up something nice. I can't wait to tell you about it, right? Today's purchase actually was a step forward in what we want to accomplish, right? So the thing about it was, I looked up Steam, before I had bought it and stuff. I said, well, let me go on over to the Steam page. Right there in my face was like, I think, God. Now, I don't know which God of War it was. I don't know whether it was a new God of War or whether it was the old God of War, the first one. Not the 1991, but the actual couple of years ago God of War. It was on sale for like $20. I'm like, what? Let me tell you something. Nintendo Switch, love you to death, but you gotta get a little bit more reasonable with your prices, man. I mean, there are games on the Nintendo Switch that are still like $60, that basically at GameStop is like $20. It's like their digital version is starting to cost more than their single version. Now, I'm not gonna come away from it. I'm not gonna like rise up from Nintendo and say, hey, I'm up out of here, because there's nothing really wrong with the system, right? There's nothing really wrong with the system, right? So basically, I was like, okay, let's try this drawn out. So I get it home. I go to charge it, and it says that the charger is running slow, or something about like it's charging slow or something like that. So I pressed it into YouTube, to pull up a video from other people that know and stuff like that. And it seems to be something I have to change in the settings. So after the stream, I'll change that up, and I will update you in tomorrow's stream, because tomorrow is, no, actually today is Sunday. So I think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I should be streaming tomorrow. But if I'm not, you will definitely catch me Monday, September 2nd, because I want to start the month off good. I'm going to be returning back to my shift, so don't expect me early unless I'm not at work, which isn't probably going to be happening, but at least for another month or so until we get closer to the holidays and I can maybe get a couple days off and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to, the expectations I have for it, because I'm the type of person where not a lot of people carry things with them, right? I'm the type of person that likes carrying my Switch and my Steam Deck, because I feel like what it does is it puts you in a position where you never get bored. Like, you ever been to like a restaurant and you're waiting for your food and it's going to take a grip, it's going to take like a half an hour or so? I could whip my Steam Deck out. When me and my wife were flying to Hawaii to visit family and friends, I could whip my Steam Deck out at the airport. When I met family, like, it's so many use cases that I started seeing with this that I wasn't getting with my PlayStation. Now, here's the thing. If that PlayStation Portable would have been like the PSP, where it was like, you could play that on the streets, I'm not going to lie, I might have got that instead of the system. But I feel like with PlayStation, I understand what they're doing. Okay, they want people to buy their console to be able to play their games. So I understand that. But for somebody like me, 9 times out of 10, if you ask me, well, are you willing to wait for Black Myth Wukong? Yep, not a problem. Because I'm going to be playing Dynasty Warriors Shadows. See, what I'm going to look up tonight, I'm going to go to the Steam store. Oh, and just to let you know, I did create, let me put it in the chat. So this is my, if I'm not mistaken, this is my stream name that I'm putting in the chat, Steam name. If you would like to go and friend request me on Steam, I'm accepting everybody from the community as long as you basically keep it respectful and stuff like that. I don't have problems being friends on Steam, to give opinion on games. And I will be doing that. Games that I play and the experiences, I will be filling out reports on games. I'm not just going to play them and don't give advice and stuff. There's a lot of things that have to be changed around. I'm going to get to tomorrow, different marketing things that are out there claiming that I have the power of all three. I can't really say I still have the power of 3, but I have the power of PC now, and it's a glorious thing. I'm not going to lie. I was super happy coming home. I was thinking to myself, wow, now, because what you got to understand is Nintendo is going to sell regardless. If Assassin's Creed is not on Nintendo, I'm still getting it. I am getting a Nintendo Switch Pro, I am getting a Nintendo Switch 2, right? Jake, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I am getting a Nintendo Switch 2 for Animal Crossing, Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 3, because you know it's coming. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 3 is definitely coming out, right? Animal Crossing 2, which I really want, right? And Mario Kart. Those 3 games I'm cool with. You don't really have to get anything else. If you don't get anything else, it's okay with me. Because I know I'm going to put hundreds of hours into Animal Crossing. I know that they already have Assassin's Creed games on there that are pretty good. And I know that Call of Duty is supposed to be coming there from Xbox. So, if I get Call of Duty and then Overwatch is already over there, so you got 2 shooters. You got some action-adventure games. You got NBA 2K. So, it's good, right? It doesn't have to prove itself to me. We're not in a stage where it has to prove itself to me okay, it's a good system or something like that. With the Switch, it's already holding it down. And I would say to anybody, just understanding that Xbox and PlayStation have become kind of similar nowadays. There was one point where I think it was Grand Theft Auto was only available on PlayStation. I think Grand Theft Auto 3 was only available on PlayStation at one point. And then there was other games like Max Payne was only a play. I'm giving up what was out at my age bracket, when I was younger, right? 1 second. So, Max Payne, The Matrix, SmackDown, wrestling game SmackDown, Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto 2 and 1. These games were mainly PlayStation games, right? And it was cool. I understood, hey, if you want to play those games, get a PlayStation. And later on in life I did, but, for me, if there was no PC option for these games, then it might change my mind with buying a Steam Deck. But knowing that, okay, I can get God of War, Starfield, I could get a whole new Starfield account if I wanted to and start all over again. It's made me choose differently when it comes to games that I'm about to buy, like Dragon Age. I don't know if that's on Steam. I'm gonna check tonight. What else? Dragon Age, Shadow. I'm gonna see whether or not you can get what's the name of that thing? Ubisoft Plus, or just out now buy Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm still gonna put up for my Switch because I want to be able to see. The thing of it is, having this system, I have to play with it for a while before I do a review. I feel like a lot of people, they get these systems They play one game for 2 hours, and then they put up this 300-page review, and I'm like, you haven't even really used it, you know. So my review should be coming by at least the middle of October. I feel like a month or so of making purchases, you know, buying games and downloading them and playing them on the system and charging it. Like the charging issue is something that I don't know, because I checked it a couple times and it doesn't. The message didn't pop up anymore, so I'm assuming yes, it's still holding. The settings is up there, questions and stuff, but it hasn't increased and it's been on the charger for at least an hour. So somebody said it was something in the settings that you have to change. It's probably like a settings option, you know, and it's little things that you have to do to get it set up. But just to let you know, SR51MEDIA and the 51 Dynasties are never going to be a console war brand. You know, I love all the consoles. I think PlayStation's an amazing console. I think that Spider-Man looks amazing. I'm not really a Spider-Man guy. I'm more a Venom guy. But Venom is in Spider-Man 2, so now that I have a Steam Deck, to be honest, some games that I'm probably looking at is Spider-Man 2, the Venom version. Paid games that I would have to pay for. Spider-Man 2, the Venom version. WWE. I would love to have that on my Steam Deck. I don't know if it's available. Keep in mind, I don't know what's available yet because I just got the system 4 hours ago. Okay, but Spider-Man 2, WWE, Madden, possibly NBA 2K, mainly Dragon Age and Assassin's Creed Shadow are the two I really want first out. I will buy a second version of Madden to have it on my Steam Deck. 2K, probably not as much, but WWE definitely. I would love to be able to go back and finish Detroit Become Human. I'm pretty sure I can get that for a cheaper price because it's been out for a while. Some other PlayStation games, excuse me. Some other PlayStation games is like what's the name of that game? Infamous. Where there's Infamous Second Son, and all that sorts of stuff. I would love to get that. Pretty sure Call of Duty is on PC because it has been. So, I have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, so I'm going to be looking up tonight. I probably will watch because the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors game is in the last, I think, third quarter or something like that. Excuse me. The Chipotle I had earlier is settling kind of hard. Not because Chipotle is bad, just because I don't eat red meat like that anymore. It kind of comes with this sauce. I think I might have to switch the meat that I put on my thing. Getting a little older, and plus I ate it kind of late. I got home kind of late, ate it around 10 o'clock. But yeah, we're gonna keep grinding. You know, we're gonna keep playing these games. You gotta understand with me, I'm more a gamer than I am a podcaster, you know, so I talk while playing the game, you know. Now, just to let you know, tomorrow, if not tomorrow, by September 2nd, we will be picking back up with either football. Well, I shouldn't say either football. We will be picking up with football at the normal time, either college football or NFL football. I don't know. Jesus, that dude can run. Either college football. That's Derrick Henry, huh? I ain't surprised. Either college football or NFL football, but it will be one or another. It will be on TikTok. It will be at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will be the normal times. Just to also talk about another experience to, get it out there, because it was kind of shocking. Earlier today, I made about 2 days ago, I made it, and I'm surprised, but not surprised. I'm surprised that the person, what I'm about to tell you happened. But basically about 2 days ago, I had wrote in the comment section of Assassin's Creed Shadows about, loving the game, loving the franchise, and can't wait till, I start the franchise type thing. And a person wrote in the comment section, directed at me about, I don't want to say it to mess up my channel, but let's just say he said a slur that is an old slur for African American people. So you know what I mean. And it ain't nigga, because nigga ain't a slur. It's the other one, right? And he said it a couple times. Of course, I took the proper actions, blocking the person and everybody else that was coming off the same way. But it did make me look at things a little sideways, like, why can this game not exist? You know, I have to be honest. We didn't see this type of pushback when we were Greeks, when we were England pirates, when we were Native Americans, where we were Caucasian people, when we were Ezio. Now we get to Japan, and it's like we got such a problem with this African guy that, you know, we're writing slurs and cussing people out and, you know, making video. I had somebody tag me in a YouTube video that I watched where it's like a heavy metal movie where they're like talking about what's wrong with the game and how they're, you know, ruining history. And I'm like, bro, this is a video game. You know, like, don't bring your politics and your, let's call it what it is, your racism. You know, don't bring your racism to this franchise. You know, do that with everybody else. If, you know, I've had people tell me, well, you should go play Ghost of Tsushima. I don't want to play Ghost of Tsushima. I've been playing Assassin's Creed, my hand of God, since I met my wife, which is almost 12 years ago, right? I have been playing Assassin's Creed since Assassin's Creed 1. I am not one of these new guys, none against people that just found the franchise, but I have played and beaten at least 80% of all Assassin's Creed games. The only ones I haven't beaten, DLC, not including DLC, but the story, I would say is Valhalla and Mirage, which I didn't like Mirage the way it was set up. Valhalla I just started getting back into, and what's the other one? Man, I'm blanking. Yeah, Unity. I think I didn't finish Unity because I needed like a second person that I didn't want to get. But everything else I've beaten, you know. And then to be honest, I'm really big fans of Ubisoft because I love the Tom Clancy games. I think it's one of the greatest franchises to ever be created. The Tom Clancy franchise. You know, it's so realistic and hard hitting. You know, to be a survivor in a city and stuff like that. I remember when the first one came out. I remember when 2 came out. I can't wait for the third one. So I'm gonna look and see if Ubisoft Plus is available on my Steam Deck. I don't know. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sort up this streaming situation. Excuse me. The first thing I'm gonna do is sort up this charger situation. I'm pretty sure that the charger, they said it's just something in the settings. It's not something that you gotta like. That's something that's broken. I think it's probably like a setting is either set too high and it needs to be turned down or something like that, or power or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, basically that's what I'll be setting up to do tonight. Like I said, I also am on X. Let me put my stuff in the chat right here. Hold on one second, so that way I can know who was here, who wasn't. If you ever see me doing that, that's so I know who was here in the end and who rolled out, which is understandable. You know, it's a late night stream, so I can understand people having to roll out. Lancer, how you doing? How's the day treating you? Or should I say night? So yeah, I'm super excited. Expect more videos from me about Steam. You know, anybody out there that wants to be friends on Steam, as long as you are respectful and you keep it in a respectful standpoint and stuff like that, feel free to friend request me. I'm going to go through each one of them and compare them to people that's in the community to make sure there's people in the community. But my profile, I don't think my profile is going to be private because I'm one of those people that when I talk about video games, I like people being able to go to the game and look up and see, you know, hey, this game is there. As far as when it comes to Xbox, still loyal to Xbox. I feel like, to be honest, they put games on PC anyway. Like, I have an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, so what that means is there should be some sort of way for me to play my games on my Steam Deck, you know, my Xbox on my Steam Deck. So that helps me because now instead of me having to carry my backbone, which I still will carry as a backup, instead of carrying my backbone everywhere, I can now carry my Steam Deck and just get down my Xbox games in the street. So it helps me out, right? Where are they at in this game? Oh no, we're not staying for another 3-4 quarters. As I said, just wanted to pop in here for a little bit. Was only going to keep you about an hour or so. That has been an hour. I want you guys and gals to have a blessed, safe rest of your night. Like I said, I should be streaming tomorrow. If I'm not streaming tomorrow, you will definitely see me Monday, September 2nd. Let me put some things in the chat here, which is mega important. Thank you for everybody that stuck around. Be sure to check out the official brand website, www.sr51media.com. On TikTok at SR51Media, where we are currently right now, if you're watching back on playback. Be sure to go on over to TikTok at SR51Media. Get you a seat over there because we go live 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On X, formerly known as Twitter. It is also at SR51Media. I am active there all day, whether it be about games, cryptocurrencies, crypto gaming, sports, or movies and TV. I'm always active there. Also on kick.com. Now the thing about it is there's like a verification that I have to do again for Kick, so I'm assuming everything's gonna go well with there. But I have another answer for you tomorrow if they're gonna be sticking around. But YouTube, of course, at SR51Media, that's where this video will be published tonight. When I'm finished here, I'm gonna be taking my computer over to the bed and I'm gonna be uploading this video. And then once I finish uploading it, if it's not done tonight, I will upload it tomorrow to the website where you can view it. The stream times, my normal stream times are Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok. I also do night streams, as you can see right now. I do night streams as well as weekend streams. Also, weekend streams are optional. What optional means is if something's going on where I can't make the weekend stream, that's why it's optional. It's not permanent. Weekend streams will be more on either X or YouTube. I haven't decided which one it is yet. And then the thank you message. Thank you all for being valued members of the 51 Dynasties community. Have a blessed, safe rest of your night. And I'm going to play with my Steam Deck. Peace.